Hi there, it's Craig from ProjectBalm. Today we're looking at how to configure the risk model in Risk Register. Now, the risk model is an extremely important part of the application. It defines how risks are calculated and also defines the appearance of the risk matrix, which you can see here. Configuring it is very easy. First, we must go to the Risk Register application settings. So we go to Apps. We select Risk Register, and then we select Risk Models. And here you will see a list of all the risk models that are available or that we've created in this particular Jira instance. Now, you don't have to have multiple risk models. Many companies, perhaps most of them, just get by with the default risk model. But in this instance, we've created several. And today we're interested in the test risk model, which is the risk model associated with the project that we were looking at a moment ago. So to configure it, we click on Test Risk Model. You can see there's a whole bunch of information here, but it's quite straightforward. We've got the name of the risk model. We've got the scope, which tells you which projects this risk model applies to. Then we have the matrix definition. And then we've got some lists down here which help us define the matrix. So you can see here we have a 5 by 5 cell risk matrix, and this is very common. This is by far the most common. Risk matrix definition that you'll see. However, you can configure this to have as many rows and columns as you like. So say we want to add more probabilities. We just go down to probability. We can add them here. We add them here. Then we give them new names. Here we might call this almost certain. Oh, we've already got almost certain. Let's call it inevitable. And we'll move him up to the top. We'll call this one won't happen because I've run out of names. Now we've got 7 of these probabilities, and if we go up, we can see the system has automatically added these in. So now we have a 7 by 5 matrix. The same thing as happens with the impacts. We add one here. We've got severe at the moment. Let's call it very severe. We'll move that to the top using the drag handle. And now you can see we've got the very severe impact has been added as well, and we have a 7 by 6 matrix. The cells are all showing grey and indeterminate because we haven't set any values for them. However, if we want to set them, it's quite straightforward. We simply click on them and it begins to cycle through the levels of risk we have available. And you can see here the levels of risk are all defined down here. Very straightforward. And so we can go through and change those and make the risk matrix however we want it to appear. Let's get rid of these extra levels I've put in because there are really quite a lot of them. These extra impacts and probabilities. Okay. So we're getting back to a 5 by 5. But let's say we just want to adjust this. We might go down here. We might say we've got this insignificant level, and we might say we don't actually like that. It seems a waste to have a full level just for that. So we'll just say that very unlikely and negligible. They're just a low level of risk, and we no longer need this insignificant. So we're going to click here and delete that. So it's gone, and we can see we've actually adjusted that now as well. We almost also might decide we don't actually like that color for the extreme risk. We simply click on there. Let's say we want a dark red, but not quite that level of severe mahogany. How about that one there? I think that looks pretty good. We'll click OK. And there we go. We've got it's very dark red, but it's not quite that really dark mahogany look we had before. And there we go. So as you can see, we might decide this is looking a bit imbalanced now as well. Perhaps we want to say, make that medium. That looks a little bit better. We might say likely probability and high impact. That should probably be a high risk as well. So there you go. We've adjusted our matrix and we've turned it into, given it the shape and the colors and the text that we want it to have. As you can see, it's very easy to adjust any of these. You delete using the trash icon. You click on them to edit the text in line. Now, once we're happy with this, we head up and we click on save. We can obviously discard if we don't like what we've done, but we're going to hit save. We'll take a few moments. And now this risk model has been updated. Now let's head back to our test Scrum project and see how it looks. We'll click on risks. Take a few moments because it's got a new model. But here you go. You can see that it's updated our risk model. You'll notice that the color of this cell has changed, the color of these cells have changed as well. And any other changes we would have made would also be applied. So that's how you update a risk model. And you can add and delete whatever risk models you want. You can make them any size, shape, colors, text that you want. The entire risk model functionality is completely configurable. Okay, thanks for watching and we'll see you next time. Bye.